Let go. Don't sound scary whatsoever. But, you know, you gotta get there. You gotta get there. Very happy and cheerful music per usual. Reading game, so hopefully I can be dyslexic more today. I knew we wouldn't be able to... We wouldn't be doing any club activities after school before Mion even said anything. Yep. I've been invited over by Shion for an all-you-can-eat... Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about this whole part of the game. I don't know. I haven't been enjoying this chapter so far. I have not been. Waiting for... I want more spookiness. I want to see my character get absolutely slaughtered like last time already. But it's been a while. I made a point of leaving half my lunch uneaten. My expectations would be rivaled by my hunger. Keiichi, you seem kind of happy today. Don't worry about it. Did something happen? Did it? I guess it was obvious. Rena had questioned me with a happy look. That's right. Why didn't I invite Rena for dessert as well? Oh yeah, I mean, nah, if I recall correctly, Shion said something about having a ticket. At worst, the restaurant might be admission. Yeah, buy ticket only today. Yeah, I could read. If that was the case, then having Rena be turned away at the door would result in the worst feeling ever. Yeah, I got a little lucky. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. You'll definitely be jealous. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is it? What is it? I'm jealous. I'm jealous. This lucky thing, is it cute? Is it? Cute. I wonder what Rena would think of... We really gotta see that fucking uniform again? I don't want to see that, bro. At Angel Mort, they definitely be a critical hit. Probably. It's probably pretty cute. What? I'm jelly. Oh my god, bro. What is it? What is it? My bad, I was on Google looking at other images of Higurashi. Of the other stuff that they get on in this game. What kind of fortune? I thought that's something else. Were you blessed with? Huh? Could it be you participated in the draw at Angel Mort with about 2 months ago? Yeah, totally. And won? Hey, now, I hadn't even transferred here 2 months ago. Oh, that's right. Then it's not the Angel's Dessert Festa then. Michan, yeah, nerd shit, bro. Say it like a nerd, bro. What is it? What is the Angel's Dessert Festa exactly? You know, there's that family restaurant called Angel Mort, right by Okinomiya Station, right? I gotta add it right again. Every season they hold an event to promote their new dessert menu. That's today. Oh, it's no use going. The restaurant is reserved for people who won the draw. Yay! Mion explained once again that Shion... what did Shion explain to me last night? Rena will have to stop by the restaurant sometime. I'll do my best to draw a winning ticket and aim to enter the next all-you-can-eat event. Knock yourself out. By the way, this is just something I heard, but there's a rumor that the tickets were being sold on the black market for a pretty penny. Dude, it's a goddamn dessert festival, bro. Why are people selling this shit on the black market, bro? What is going on? What black market do you got in this random ass town, bro? In the middle of buttfuck nowhere. I guess, you know, everyone has this black markets, bro. Hearing that story, I felt even more appreciative of the ticket that Shion had procured for me. Why you believe in it? I just thought I was lucky to be able to eat dessert for free, but it turned out that that ticket was much more valuable. Again, for a dessert eating festival, bro. Festival, fiesta, whatever, same shit. Party. The number of things I had to thank Shion for had increased again. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Thanks. I didn't know it was worth so much. I whispered in a voice with only Mion could hear. That was how I conveyed my feelings. Mion looked at me for a moment before she tilted her head to the side and smiled confusedly. Yeah, because we're totally not the same. Totally not the same, lady. What? Did you say something? It would be a problem if you said something to me right now. That smile seemed to be telling me as much. I guess Mion wouldn't be accepting my gratitude while she was Mion. I'll go to the restaurant. Oh yeah, let me put this up. Put this over here. Back again. There we go. All right. I'll go to the restaurant. Today I'll thank Mion while she's Shion. Oh, I did not realize my social things were covering the fucking text. Typical L streamer, bro. What am I doing? Well then, the old man will take his leave here. The work today is going to be a little rough. Later. Mion waved her hand energetically as she left. Hey, Keiichi-kun. Mion has been kind of weird lately. Like she's elated or something. What? You think so? Rena was pretty sharp when it came to these types of things. Come on. I don't know, do something crazy, bro. That's what I'm waiting for. Come on. That's what I want to see. To me, Mion seemed the same as always, but Rena apparently felt something different. You don't know, Keiichi-kun? I totally thought you knew. Rena's skirt, fluttered as she spun around with a coy smile. No, what exactly? I was obviously weaseling my way out of the question, but I wasn't lying. I honestly don't know what was going on. Why did Shion, a persona of Mion that she created, appear before me? Something was blatantly up, but Rena's paid it no heed. Oh, really? I wonder what it is then. When Mion is in a good mood, so is Rena. How? Saying that, she spread her arms wide and spun around happily. I don't know why, but Rena was in a really good mood. It was so infectious that I had to smile too. Even the chirping of the cicadas seemed joyful. Oh, I thought something crazy was coming on. But you see, Rena abruptly stopped spinning. Her expression had returned to a more somber one. You see, Mion, lately, she's been in a lot of pain. What do you mean? Pain. The part that Rena was talking about probably wasn't physical. At first, she tried to pretend it wasn't a big deal. Okay. At first, she tried to pretend it was, but like a wound, it began to fester. Fester and grow. Eventually, she was no longer able to bear the pain and woke up in the middle of the night. And then she phoned Rena. Mion was crying. I'm sorry. What are you talking about? What am I talking about? Huh? What is Rena talking about? What? Hey, don't play dumb like that. Just now you said, I don't know. Rena doesn't know anything. Alright, bro. Okay. Get it. Rena spun as she laughed innocently. Eventually, she appeared to get sick, stumbling as she steadied herself with her hand against the wall. How? The room is spinning. That was dumb. That's what you get for getting carried away and spinning like that. Sorry. I think I feel sick. I'll lend the dits a shoulder to lean on. To be stumbling around like a newborn fowl? Okay. At this age is actually quite a feat. Rena, in a good mood, only babbled incoherently after that. I laughed as I responded to and chitted with her. Okay. However, the chance to revisit that heavy topic Rena had brought up before never arrived. Yeah, just like trauma dumped on us and then hit the dash. Okay. All right. As soon as I got home, I tossed aside my school bag and changed in a hurry. The effects of only having a light lunch were starting to show. As my stomach began to let out fickle growls. All right, let's go to Angel Mort. It's time to face the land of endless dessert. Preparations for battle are complete. Tally ho! All right, nerd. Holy fuck. Angel Mort had a decidedly different feel to it compared to yesterday. Dessert Festa today. Admittance by reservation only. Nonetheless, the front of the store was being swarmed by a dozen young men. Yeah, because it's some straight gooner shit that's about to show up on the screen, which is a shame. I want the bloodshed. That's what I want, bro. Judging by how they were looking upwards in jealousy instead of entering the store, they weren't invitees. Why would they gather here if they knew they couldn't get in? I mean, dog, you saw what was out. You saw what was inside. What are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? I found out the answer when I passed through the crowd and began to climb the steps to enter the restaurant. Are you a participant? Do you have a ticket? Yeah. Well, I was lucky. As soon as I said that, I was immediately mobbed. It was like being in the middle of a football scrum on a crowded train. What is going on? The reason was this. It wasn't just one ticket per person. One ticket could let 4 people inside. Oh, so it's like that, huh? Seems like I should have invited Rena and the others. Thanks for the tip. But I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Damn. Damn, absolutely shutting these motherfuckers down. With an uplifting smile, I turned and ignored them. When I did, their arms reached out at once, like the souls of the damned seeking sucker, bro. Hey, bro, the ticket can admit up to 4 people. Please bring us with you. Yo, bro, it's not that freaking serious, dog. It's yo, what selfish people. This was the only reason they were crowded in the front of the restaurant. Dozens of wretched arms reached out for me like the teeth of a giant rake and grasped at the air. It's not that serious, bro. It's not. I was already climbing the stairs to the entrance. What a heartless dick. Grab him. This isn't something to joke about. I flew up the rest of the stairs and threw myself inside the restaurant. It was like I had entered a different world. About to see this high-key gooner shit, bro. No. All right. The miserable throng of the damned hurled curses at me from the other side of the glass door. But inside of this completely soundproofed and air-conditioned restaurant, with the angelic smile of a waitress to welcome me, they were nothing more than a refreshing piece of scenery. Bro, it's genuinely not that fucking serious, bro. It's not. It's really not, dude. It's just not that serious, man. I knew that I shouldn't laugh, but I began to let out a sinister cackle. My bad. I can't fucking read. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Angel Mort. To Angel Mort. Due to today's dessert festa, the restaurant is reserved for customers who won the draw. Could I get your could I ask for your name and ticket? I don't have a ticket, but I should be on the guest list. Maybara. Maybara. There it is. I'm sorry, but may I please have your full name? Keiichi Maybara. My apologies for the inconvenience. You're here by special invitation. Yeah, invitation, right? I'll show you to your seat. Bro got a special invitation, bro. That's tough. And a ticket. He's here by special invitation and also a ticket. That's ridiculous, bro. That's actually insane. Please, this way. And there's people outside screaming profanities at him because he has 2 different ways of entering this fucking like invite only restaurant today, bro. What the fuck? The mood inside the room was incredibly heated. The booths were packed to the brim. Men in their prime, wow, were stuffing their faces with dainty desserts that didn't suit them at all. It was a rather unnerving spectacle. Soon after I was shown to my seat, Shion arrived. Yep, welcome to the Gooner shit, bro. Good afternoon, welcome to Angel Mort. Hi, Shion, thanks so much for today. I really appreciate it. You were a bit late, so I was getting worried. I'm really happy you came, though. It may have been because other customers were around that her tone was less casual, but she still capped off that welcome with her usual brilliant smile. As you can see, there's a lot of customers here. I'm not sure I'll be able to take a break. Please take your time and relax until I'm finished. When I'm done, let's go play somewhere, okay? Yeah, all right, bro. Oh, whispering just that last part into my ear, Shion winked and returned to the kitchen. Dude, I'm gonna fucking blow my brains out, bro. If I have to, oh, I don't wanna, bro. I don't wanna. I wanna get to the crazy part. Maybe it was because the mood in the restaurant was so heated, but Shion seemed a bit bolder. All right. Even a small change in her mannerism was enough to set my heart aflutter, bro. I swear it isn't weird, bro. That's all like this. I mean, it is kind of weird, but it's like, it's not always like this. Sorry to keep you waiting. While I was overwhelmed by the atmosphere inside the restaurant, orders from the new summer menu were carried out one after another. Every single one was extravagantly huge. I get it. You can eat all of these amazing things for free. No wonder a ticket was worth it. It's worth its weight in gold. On top of that, all of it was plenty delicious. From dishes with a general appeal to insane ones aimed at a specific audience. There was absolutely no gaps in their repertoire. No matter how you look at it, I don't think one person can eat this much. Well, let's just leave it at that for now. It didn't feel relaxing in here at all. Probably because of the fervor inside the restaurant was clearly abnormal. Yeah, all the other booth seats were crammed with groups of 4. Sleazy men were gorging like pigs on cutely decorated desserts, and it wouldn't have been a surprise if they started licking the plates. It was more than a little unsettling. It's so fucking weird, bro. It's so weird. It piqued my interest, so I started listening in on their conversation and what things I heard. These niggas panning. This nigga hit the... Shut up, bro. Angel Mort. So moe. Me? I bought my ticket for 70,000 on redacted auctions. I told the worked that I's be attending a relative's funeral. It ain't that serious, bro. The uniforms here are the greatest. Actual fucking freaker. Ah, I wonder if the waitress would wipe it for me if I spilled some water on my pants right now. I actually hate these individuals with a passion, bro. I hate you, bro. Deadass. Deadass do not like you right now. I'm not saying that. I heard they're planning to on selling Angel Mort figures. Oh no, we'll have to pay heed at the next Wonder Festival. They sell used Angel Mort uniforms on the 4th floor in Akiba, but these cost 280,000. 'Tis an absurd price. And Mo cost. I don't want to read this, bro. I don't want to read this, dude. Cost 80K when a Broba closed down with the going rate for theirs was 12K. That's the price for the used ones. Knockoffs are less than half of that. A knockoff from is fine with me. I wonder if there's if they'll start selling them. Then I'll put it on mine. Life-size figure I did buy off of. I hate this. I hate the way they speak, and it's just like this is I hate this so much, bro. I hate it so damn much, bro. I hate it so damn much. That'll really get my gears going. You're fucking disgusting. The words spilling out of their mouths were pretty much all incomprehensible jargon, but they still keenly conveyed that hidden behind them was an invisible aura of abnormality. Invisible? Invisible? Ain't nowhere we're that dumb to think it's that this is abnormal. This is not abnormal, bro. Hello? Okay, bro. Okay, bro. And it's like an invisible abnormality. Sorry to keep you waiting. What a fucking whack. The next dessert is tropical cinnamon love affair. Is something the matter? No. It's kind of different inside the restaurant today. Our restaurant is pretty famous in their circles. Well, we were aiming for that, so it's all well and good. So you were aiming for the actual, like, scum of society. Thanks for letting us know. Thanks for letting me know. But during festas, there's something of the more hardcore crowd, so it can be a handful. The waitress informed me, quietly with a wry smile. The customers seem rather riled up, almost like a pack of hyenas. Seems a lot of the customers today came from unreasonably far away. Those types of people are fairly prone to losing their self-control, so it's a little scary. If you don't keep your guard up, something bad can happen. What did she mean by keep your guard up? Okay, at that moment, a large crash resounded through the room. So, yeah, I'm guessing. Oh, I turned around startled to see that a waitress had fallen down and spilled the order she was carrying right onto a customer. Oh no, this nigga about to say some freaky deaky shit, bro. I already have a feeling. Wait, isn't that Shion? I'm so sorry. Your food is yeah. Oh, what have you done? The jeans that I bought. Oh my god. The jeans that I bought at a certain specialty shop for a whole 1,800 yen. By the way, that isn't much. That's like I think that's like at max like 18 bucks. I think I might be wrong there. That's not a lot. It's not a lot. Are all sticky with frosting and he's panting, bro. Why, bro? What the hell is that? For someone who just met with disaster, he seems awfully happy. How tragic. It seems that little Miss Waitress will have to wipey it up from the bottom of her. I'm about to cut the broadcast off. Yo, okay, hit the queso real quick. I'm about to cut this shit off, bro. I'm serious, bro. This is ridiculous. The conversation suddenly veered off in an odd direction. Hey, what the hell did he just say? Wipey. Did he want Shion to wipe him down? Right over that obvious abhorrent tent he hadn't? Why are you noticing he bricked up? Stop! Oh my fucking god, dude. I hate this shit, bro. I hate this shit, dude. My god. My god, bro. My goodness. All right. But that is wipey. Oh. The wipey chant quickly spread throughout the room. Totally cornered, Shion went pale. She looked over at the concerned waitress to help, but was only met with head shaking out of pity. Sonozaki was tripped. Customers who do that to purposely get their clothes dirty have been on the rise lately. So you're saying she was tripped? Then what happened just now wasn't an accident? It was on purpose? The regular girls are careful about it, so they definitely won't end up like that, but Sonozaki is only a seasonal hire, so she had her guard down. The customer's total today would easily pick up on that, so she's being targeted since this morning. What's the manager doing? He should just kick those thugs out. We're in the service industry, so there's not much we can do about it. She laughed as she said that in a resigned tone. Oh my god. I'm about to kill something, bro. I'm about to slaughter something, bro. The man who had been doused in frosting splayed out on the bench, putting the cream-covered tent over his... Her trembling hand and... I actually hate this, bro. So glad that y'all getting an ad right now, so y'all like I can like go super fast right now. Come. It is time for the wipey. I actually hate this, bro. From my male point of view, it might have been a ridiculous spectacle I could just smile wearily at, but from a woman's point of view, this was absolutely pure humiliation. When I was trapped by those thugs and had been paralyzed with fear, Shion fearlessly stood up to them and saved me. Still, as humiliation as it was, Shion was partly to blame for this, and it wasn't as though her life was at stake, right? Even those guys, they were just going to jeer at her in a bit of a lewd situation. It's not like they were going to eat Shion alive or anything. It'd be all right if I just consoled her afterwards. Even I was scared, but Kay was in trouble, so I had to be brave and do my best. When a man was being assailed by the 3 thugs while paralyzed with fear, Shion said, yeah, she did that. What about now? Those sleazy, filthy degenerates were trying to pin the blame on Shion. This time our roles were reversed. Hey, Keiichi Mibara, if you don't save her now, when will you be able to repay that debt you owe her? You scared Keiichi Mibara? At that time, Shion no Mion didn't even show a hint of hesitation. Then, what about now? I'm not hesitating. Then what? If you're not hesitating, then why aren't you helping her? What do you supposed to, I mean, I don't know. Now resign yourself to your fate. Shut up, you greasy fat ass. Who the fuck said that? Who the fuck said that? That's what, yo, he should have said that shit and be like, yo, who said that? What? Get out of here before I get angry. Yeah? I gasped. I grasped Shion's shoulder firmly and pulled her behind me. Actual freak out boy, bro. Kay? It seems you don't understand. Yonder waitress was the one who wet mine pants. It's her punishment. The one who needs to be punished, who needs punishing is you. Enough with the empty words. If you're a man, talk with your fists. Yeah, you're gonna rock his shit. Okay. My body was lifted up in the air like nothing. I was thrown right back on into my own seat. This guy is strong. No matter how you look at it, athletic is and this Lardo aren't even in the same code. Many dude, this is actually cringe, are unexpectedly well versed in some obscure martial art. Don't be misunderestimating us. This nigga can't even speak properly. The man smirked, showing off his gum line. Kay, are you okay? Damn it, how lame must I look right now? You were tripped, weren't you, Shion? They're the ones in the wrong here, so don't let them take advantage of you. They may be, but it was still my fault. Whoa, one more time. Let's do it. Damn. Don't you go thinking that this is enough to make me give up. One more time. Am I getting... Yo, this nigga getting his ass beat right now, Keiichi? Oh, you're all talk. I'm not done yet. Rise. My will to fight. This is actually stupid. Not just running, I planted every one of my steps firmly as I closed the distance to the lard ball. Oh my god, my head actually hurts. My head actually fucking hurts, bro. Each time I ripped my foot off the floor, I could feel the burning spirit flare up with from the point of impact. Everything slowed down like I was walking underwater. As I stepped forward in that viscous flow of time, I calmly measured the gap between us. Why are we getting like... He's out here like fucking stopping time now. What the fuck? With our difference in height, reach was my ultimate advantage. There was an ever so tiny distance between us where only my punch would be able to reach. I unleashed my iron fist of righteous anger, but it flew towards his face slowly, like I was punching underwater. Reacting to that with a smirk on his face, the fatso easily slipped inside of my punch. I hadn't realized it until now, but in this mired time, I was able to observe his baffling counterattack with almost painful clarity. His arm slowly swung around in a large windmill motion, wrapped around my whiffed punch, and descended in an arc. That arm swung around like the arms of a clock and came in contact with my head, twisting my upper body around. Dude, this is so fucking sad. This is so sad. Dragging my head along, he followed through with another rotation. This time he rotated his entire top his body like a top, followed by another rotation. Combining defense and offense, it was a brilliant counter. Why are we complimenting him? That's right. 3 times I was thrown after 3 rotations, I think. In this viscous region of time, I was unable to struggle, and I could only wait dumbstruck until the moment I was thrown. The moment I was that sluggish temporal anomaly abruptly ended. This is so sad, bro. Crash. You lack training. This is so AIDS, bro. I loathe to admit it, but but against someone trained in martial arts, I couldn't win through force of will alone. This is so cringe. I'm not gonna lie. This is so cringe, bro. Can we get out of here? And he got knocked the fuck out, bro. He got knocked the fuck out by a greasy old fuckboy, bro. That was bricked up in the middle of a fucking restaurant, dude. This is so sad, bro. This is so sad. I'm genuinely fucking tearing up, bro. Oh my god, dude. I'm tearing up, dude. Oh no. After my consciousness faded in a wave of dizziness, when I came to, I was lying down in my own seat. I'm actually annoyed, bro. I'm actually annoyed. Thankfully, you weren't injured. The more experienced waitress from before wiped the sweat from my brow with her towel. Dude, imagine getting knocked out by a sweaty fucking loser that was bricked up because of a fucking restaurant uniform, bro. I'd actually kill myself. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I'd end it all. I'd wrap it up. Wow. I can't. In a game, of course. Of course. While she was doing that, a red-faced and teary-eyed Shion touched over. This is so bad, bro. You got knocked out in front of the girl you were trying to be cool in front of, and then you... Oh, no, bro. This is like the same thing as like you were getting cheated on and like the guy she was cheating on with you knocked your ass out. It's like the same thing. It's like, dude, this is so sad. Are you okay? No, it's over. It's fucking over, bro. Doing that for my sake, I'm sorry. I wonder if she still had to wipe that nigga down, bro. Like, oh no, my God. I'm sorry too. I wasn't much help. I've never won a fight before. No, you were just trying to help. It made me happy. I'm not joking. I don't care at this point, bro. I don't care, dude. I'm so annoyed, bro. It's just that I was thinking that it was Lucky K showed up today. As she said that, she stuck her tongue out teasingly. She wiped off the cream with the whipped cream with a washcloth she was holding in her hands. Sonozaki, you can take your break now. You still have 1 or 2 hours left, don't you? No, it's fine. Even though it's just part-time, it's still a paying job. I want to work properly while I'm on the clock. So really, you don't have to worry about me. She couldn't even put up a brave front. I would never even think for a second that Mion could be that weak. This was Shion, and she had been harassed by some unreasonable riffraff. That unreasonable riffraff beat your ass, bro. Like, haha, stupid, bro. That was the reality. Okay, don't mind me. Please eat as much dessert as you can. When you're done, we'll have you fill out a survey. Well then, I'll get to I'll have to go. I can't even read, bro. I'm so astonished that this is actual. I really predicted it was saying this was some gooner shit, bro. I really fucking predicted it. I really did. I really fucking predicted the gooner shit. I've got to get back out on the floor. After some consoling words and a sympathetic smile, to Shion, the other waitresses started to head back to work. That's where I stopped her. Excuse me, could I borrow your phone? The phone? It's by the register. I'll show you where. I pulled a 10 yen coin out of my wallet. This wasn't about saving face. My being a worthless coward was an unchangeable fact, but I could just cry myself to sleep about that later tonight. Now was not the time for tears. I had to fight. If I recall, 1 ticket is good for 4 people, right? Is it all right if I call over 3 more people? Yes, that's fine. For the time being, I'll write them down as on the guest list. Could I have their names? I turned around and glared at the greasy hooligan who subjugated Shion to that humiliation. That nigga's still here. Who are we inviting over? There were 3 things that aren't working in your favor today, punk. The first is that I owe Shion. The second is that I'm a man who's not afraid to throw away his own pride to win. And the third is that we're the most powerful club members in history. Please add Rena Ryugu, Sadako Hojo, and Rika Furude to that guest list. You're gonna tell me that you're gonna bring 3 girls over here to kick this nigga ass? That's what we're doing? Okay. Understood. I'll do that. I'll have the best, most powerful club members join the fray. They can bring down 1,000 foes. You fat asses, prepare to meet your maker. Yeah, this is crazy. This is how you're bringing them over here. Wow, this is a really nice restaurant. The uniforms are cute. Rena wants to wear them too. Don't. On top of that, we're being treated to dessert. I'm deeply moved. Yeah, eat as much as you like. Don't worry about my share. Keiichi, enough with the charades. Let's get to the point. Rena and Rika put down their forks with Sadako when Sadako broached the subject. After looking at them for a few moments, I pressed my forehead firmly into the table. I beg of you. I don't care if you make fun of how pathetic I am. Yeah, because he got his fucking ass beat by this greasy slob bastard loser over there. Please lend me your strength. The three of them seemed surprised by the sudden turn of events, but nevertheless listened to what I had to say without making fun of my usual behavior. Unusual behavior. What's the matter? Something happened, didn't it? Didn't it? Actually, Mion's younger sister is working part-time at this restaurant. Ah, that little sister you were talking about, right? Could it be her? Could it? She resembles her. Resembles her. Resemble? That's just Mion with her hair down, isn't it? I didn't know what to say. Nah, that's that. If Keiichi says that's Shion, then it's Shion. They might be twins, but can they really look that much alike? They're called... I don't know what that fucking word is, bro. Mono... Yeah, no idea what that word is, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. What is this fucking English professor ass fucking text, bro? Monozygotic? That's what I'm going with. Twins. They really can look identical. Rena gave the most plausible explanation, so everyone else was convinced. Yup. Well then, do you believe me? I'll get to the point then. Yep, you gotta, yeah, you recounted everything that just happened. Shion got tripped. Bro was bricked up, ass and get wiped down. Keiichi jumped in. Got his ass beat. No, got his ass knocked out in public by an actual fucking loser. That's crazy, bro. How Shion was targeted and how she was antagonized by the customers and the humiliation that was faced upon her. Also, how incredibly pathetic I was, including everything, without trying to hide it. Yeah, so I got my ass beat by that guy. I mean, that's awful. Poor Shion. However, for you to be unable to help her, there should be a limit to how unsightly you could be. There's nothing I could say to that. Sadako. To admit that you lost and to seek help is a very difficult thing to do. Keiichi chose to help Shion rather than save his pride. Huh, so pathetic. Rena's follow-up stung a bit, but I could only be thankful that she understood. Sadako was calling me all sorts of names, but there was no malign intentions behind her words. Then what should we do? Her voice was monotone, but there was a hint of resolve in her words. I replied to Rika's suggestive silence in kind with my own quiet resolve. Well, I thought it would be something like that. It is a bit much for Keiichi to handle alone. Huh? Then you'll help? This is so goofy, though. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Of course, Keiichi. We'll help anybody being bullied. I remember when I was cornered by those thugs, when what Shion had said about the strong feeling in solidarity in Hinamizawa really began to hit home. Yup. However, Keiichi Maebara, now is not the time to get choked up with tears of gratitude. Now is the time to fight. Sorry, I owe you one. You tried your best, but didn't stand a chance alone. How sad, how sad. We could gently pat my head for me. Okay. But there was no mindless pity in the palm of that hand. It was overflowing with the strong, dependable feeling of leave the rest to us. All right, bro. Mion can't join us due to various circumstances, so I'll temporarily be taking command. Our strategy will revolve around Shion's defense and the extermination of the enemy's combat capability. Who's the enemy? Are there a lot of them? From this point on, anybody who messes with Shion will be considered an enemy combatant. Okay. There are no rules of engagement. Compensation will be the desserts you just ate. Any questions? Everybody had already entered club mode, their eyes peering at the riffraff clamoring around inside the restaurant like predators stalking their prey from the darkness. Rika held up her hand. What is it, Rika? Do we have to show mercy? No. Of course we don't have to. We have no need to show mercy to the rabble that would dare to lay a finger on Mion's sister, little sister. Then it's okay, Keiichi? Rika-chan was serious. Rika. She was really ready to pretty much murder someone. I'm counting on you, Rika. Keiichi Maebara shall assume all responsibility. Yeah, okay. Rout them. Root them. Alrighty. Ren is going to do her best too. Sorry. Please do. Keiichi, you don't have to do be so intense. Well, just wait and see. By the time you finish that parfait, we'll have finished cleaning up too. Well then, everyone, let's give it our all. Go for it. Yay. Yay. I gotta play different games, bro. I gotta play another game. I can't be playing this game like this, bro. I gotta play a different game, dude. Holy. That's the most powerful warband the world had ever known. Trained by Mion, began to move. I was the oldest, the only boy, and behaved like a leader. But when you consider our club activities, I was far the most junior member. Individually, everyone besides me had terrifying combat capabilities. If all of them combined their strengths to protect Shion, I couldn't even imagine. I was probably about to witness something terrible and awe-inspiring. Yup. Sonozaki, 5 deluxe parfait for table 7. Sure thing. Shion carried the order to the tables. For Shion to carry all 5 parfaits without wobbling took so much effort that she didn't have the breathing room to pay attention to her feet. Heh, comrades, here she comes yet again. Actual fucking loser activity, bro. Not gonna lie. This time, we'll have her spill everything on my pants and have her wipey right down to my underwear. You're actually disgusting, bro. Grown-ass men doing this shit, by the way, because they're losers. It was the same wipey scheme that had occurred just a short time earlier. Like, how long were you knocked out for? Probably like 15 seconds or something? This time, another one of them was trying to do it, trying it out for himself. The very depravity of these men was itself a full-out attack. Rena, this is Keiichi. Ambush them around tables 5 and 6. Rena, do you copy? The restaurant's uniform, so cute. I want to take them home. She on her button swaying while carrying the parfaits. She was being chased by an equally swaying Rena. She was supposed to be escorting Shion, but Rena was instead transfixed by the back of her uniform. From a normal person's POV, it was probably like having a fox guard, a hen house, having a fox guard, a hen house, but when it comes to Rena, things are different. Cute mode, 120% synchronized. This is okay. Okay, bro. All right, we've won. When Rena's in that state, even the laws of physics don't apply. Yon's legs, unsteady and defenseless, were being targeted by those sleaze bags. Now, my comrades, looking ass. Yeah, hitting the Hail Mein Führer. Excuse me, hitting the Hail Mein Führer, bro. Are you dead ass? Hail Mein Führer. Shining Lucifer of the Harumi Mecha. You're actually ridiculous. Legs snaked out to trip Shion's defenseless feet. Egads, 3 of them at once. Tap. Yeah? Oof. Making some weird ass noises. It happened in an instant. The 3 fools writhed in pain as their legs bent in unnatural angles. What is this madness? Rena teetered into view and gave them a warning. How? No mischief, okay? No means no. No. Rena's going to be the one to take her home. All right. Nice girl. What's with this that strange technique? The human scum clutched at their bruised ankles as they passed out. Yeah, they passed out over the bruised ankle. That's our Rena. No matter how many times I see it, it's always frighteningly quick. Yeah, it's an unmistakable, unbreakable barrier. Anyone within a 2-meter radius who attacks Shion is completely obliterated by Rena. You know, that'd be ridiculous. Goddamn. As Shion was making her rounds to the restaurant, there were people here and there collapsing. Yeah, collapsing with welts on their legs or hands. Ha. Keiichi, this is Rena. There's nobody left that'll bother Shion. So I'm going to take her home now. Rena, this is Keiichi. Good work. Please continue the mission. Also, permission to take home denied. Repeat, permission to take home denied. Then I'll just look. I'll just look. I guess just okay. Get this bot out of here, bruh. Hell no. Hell no. Wait, hold up. I meant ban. Yeah, ban. Get that fucking loser out of here. Hell no. Helleth no. Anyways, back to playing. I guess just looking is fine. That wouldn't prevent her from guarding Shion. So I guess it's okay. Anyway, thanks to this, I knew who had tried to mess with Shion. Anybody who was clutching at their arm or leg while they were writhing in agony was basically branded with their bruises. Currently, we have finished identifying all enemy forces. Proceeding to the next phase. Sadako, this is Keiichi. What's your status? This is Sadako. That's a rude way to ask. Keiichi, exactly who do you think I am? Sadako was in the kitchen. Yeah, just in the kitchen. She just got back there. Yeah, she just backed her somehow. Okay. All right. She had spread open a stretch of the restaurant on the counter. Replate. I don't fucking know. With ordered chits and their destinations. And was now sorting through the freshly made desserts. Okay. Hey, what are you doing? Now. So Nozaki, it's all right. Just leave it to her. More importantly, we're taking all these orders at once, so I'm counting on you. The veteran waitress was briskly directing her juniors as the trays went out, one after another. All the desserts that had passed through Sadako's hands were delivered at once. Ha! Lots of cute desserts are coming. I think you know this, but don't touch them. At least if you still value your life. I know, but certainly they were all incredibly cute looking desserts. They were all works of art that you could enjoy before even taking your first bite. However, since Sadako had meddled with them, they were doing more than they were nothing more than an unpredictable danger. Blissfully ignorant to the fact that they were the men now stuffing their faces. This is almost right away they realized that something was wrong. Sadako, what did you mix in there? It couldn't have been like salt or Tabasco, right? My, what are you saying, Keiichi? You said no mercy. I might not look like it, but when I get down to business, I know I like to be very, very thorough. There we go. As she said that, she twirled her dubious fail in her fingers. Fail? Okay. Before putting it away smartly into her pouch. Rika, this is Sadako. The customers are moving. Escort duty is all yours. Leave it to me. Come to think of it, I didn't see Rika anywhere. Where could she be lurking? Clatter. Several men stood up suddenly from their seats, surveying the restaurant for something. The bathroom, clearly. That restless fidgeting and that look of relief when they found the single placard hanging from the ceiling. Right on that placard was the word restroom. They began a mad rush to that direction. It wasn't just one or two people. All the people that were branded as the enemy were standing up from their seats while clutching at their stomachs. I think I was a little too greedy. Where's the washroom? I'm not reading this fuck ass cat speech, bro. No, I'm not doing that. I need to cash out. Where's the toilet? I found it. You're in for it now. I felt dirty just thinking about what Sadako probably did to their desserts. The problem was how to follow this up. I was intrigued, so I followed the rush of men to the bathroom. Why? The narrow hallway connected to the restroom was crammed with about 10 men. What is this? As I peered over to see what was happening, whoa, it seemed that the toilet was clogged and yeah? The toilet was clogged and backflowing, unleashing a loud gurgling sound and the terrible stench. There was no way to use it in this state. Damn, that's Sadako. What a frightening display of power. Nah, this wasn't Sadako's doing. It was divine punishment. Yeah, they were just unlucky. I'll just apologetically ask for the employees here to clean it up. I can't do my business like this. What do we do now, comrades? It was a brilliant combination of trash, but it would be better if they were one more if there were one more push to the kicker. Seeing as it was Sadako, she wouldn't have overlooked that. That's it. That it's come to this. It's time for the last resort. Faced with a moral dilemma, that man only had one other option: the women's restroom. Isn't using the girls' room going to get us in trouble? I fucking hate this guy's how he speaks, bro. I'm pretty sure there's no female customers today. Why didn't I think about that before? Women's toilets are the best. All right, bro. What a brazen bunch they are. The men, sweat now pouring from their brows, made a mad rush for the girls' room without any hesitation. Me? Yeah, it's a little ass girl, bro. So it's even worse. It's even worse than just having a regular woman in there. It's a little ass girl, bro. It's like, now you look like fucking freaks, bro. Now it looks like freaks. There was a girl there. It was Rika. The men stood there frozen in various complexions or complicated poses, indicating their surprise. Rika also seemed dumbfounded by the sudden turn of events. But the look on her face was strangely perfect. This was all part of the plan as well. You sly dog, Rika. I should never underestimate you. This you see, Mademoiselle, bro, of course. The men's room is a bit dangerous at the moment. So we just want to borrow the toilet right here, right now. But I guess it's not right after all. Right, my comrades, just by having a girl stand there in the restroom, I never knew it could put up such an overwhelming barrier. There was no way anybody could be brave enough to lift Rika out of the way to try to do their business. This was the most they could do after all. If it were a man in full club mode, for example, someone like me, they would plow through. Okay. Without a second thought. Now that you are doing it, what are you going to do, you fat asses? The price for tormenting Shion still hasn't been paid. If you're in trouble, I can help you. That'd be much appreciated. How would you do that? You can use one of the toilets outside. I'll show you to them. That would be perfect. At this rate, it'll end up becoming group anema. Rika, with a pleasant smile on her face, guided them with a casual stride in her step. In this race against time, her slow pace was sadistic torture. Mademoiselle, is this toilet far from here? We'll get there soon. Obeying Rika's direction. Yeah, this... All right. They were about to leave the restaurant. Keiichi, finish it. Give them hell. Yeah, leave it to me. I spread my arms out to block them as they tried to leave the restaurant. What is the meaning of this? We're at DEFCON 1 here. Listen up, you tubs of lard. You know what happens if you set foot outside this door, right? What is the meaning of the presumptuous statement? Look, it's written right here on the ticket. No valid, not valid for re-entry, see? You're free to use the toilet if you want, but the moment you step outside that door, you can't come back. Boom. You remember this. I don't want to guide anybody who says scary things like that. Everybody panicked as Rika began to turn back. They could only figuratively and literally fall in line. All the waitresses also lined up to see them off. Thank you very much for coming. All right. We shall return. The bell rang painfully or playfully as the doors shut behind them. How pathetic. Too easy. We did it. Yay. Rena and Sadako clapped their hands together. Phew. I couldn't hold a candle to those guys by myself, but when we get to the groups, when we get the group together, we send them packing like a herd of cattle. With opponents this week, any of us could take them on by ourselves. Keiichi, you need to up your game. Oh. Okay. All right. I was loath to admit it, but Sadako was right. Damn it. One day I'll be strong enough to be worthy to stand alongside them. But I'm really glad we were able to protect Mion's little sister. Now there's none of those bad people here willing to who were pulling pranks left. You're blessed to have such wonderful friends, Sonozaki. The veteran waitress was also smiling. After the herd was sent packing, it had calmed down completely inside the restaurant. Shion was flustered as she glanced between us and the now empty seats. You did that for me? I mean, Shion's expression was somewhere between happy and guilt-ridden. Her face had turned slightly red and as she ran into the kitchen. Whoa, Shion is cute. They really are twins. Given Shion's personality, there's no way she'd thank us directly. We might have been a bit excessive in our means, but I'm really glad we were able to save her. I think you know this already, but Sonozaki is very grateful. As a representative of the floor staff here, I also extend my gratitude. Clap, clap, clap. The applause quickly spread throughout the entire restaurant. Yeah, the entire spot is like out here like, hooray, hooray, get those fucking creeps out of here. Yeah, okay. Not only the other waitresses, but the other customers that were genuinely there to enjoy the desserts. Everyone was lauding our efforts. You know, I just realized, bro. If they were really down for the shit, bro, if they were really down for this shit, they would just shit their pants. Like, realistically, bro. Like, realistically. If they were truly down for this lifestyle, bro, they would just shat their pants. Shit and piss themselves, bro. I don't know. Not to give them any ideas, but I'm saying, like, yo, if they were really down for the shit, they would just do that. Dumb as hell. When we had mostly finished eating and were filling out the survey, Rika made her return. Oh, good work. Did everything go all right? You took a while. I'm sorry. I got lost on the way back. It was a lot of trouble. Rika likes to stray down some pretty strange roads, so she gets lost pretty often. How did she get lost? Just guiding people to the nearby toilet. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. Rena has a lot of strong points that more than make up for that. Rika has a lot of strong points that make up for that. I can see that. That expression in the girls' room. You're quite the thespian. Keiichi was being horrible. He was thinking if I were in her shoes, I'd just run her over and rush her into the bathroom. And rush her. Yeah, I think he was thinking that. What? Did what I was thinking show on my face again? Keiichi was a pervert. No, I mean... Alright. That was so funny. Anyways, I could laugh about it then, but a few days later, a newspaper headline read 10 unidentified men were taken into custody in Hidayama. The men claimed they had traveled from Shishibone City by foot to find a toilet, but the spot they were taken into custody was XX kilometers away from Shishibone. Damn. When I read that article, I realized how terrifying Rika really was. So she really just walked them down a whole street for a while. Well, whatever. Thanks for treating me. I'm happy that you called me out here today. Oh, are you going home already? You can stay a little longer. I was in the middle of organizing some drawers. If I leave it like that, I won't be able to put out my the futon. Ah, I guess that's true. Oops, looks like I called her at a bad time. Yeah, when Rena phoned her, she was in the middle of cleaning her room, but she still came. Well, it was an emergency, so it couldn't be helped. Besides that, I got to eat a lot of sweets, so I'm very happy. Thanks for today. Sorry for calling you out suddenly. Tell Shion I said bye. I'll be taking my leave then. Renaissance, please take your time. Yeah, I will. Later. Rika and Sadako in a good mood horsed around with each other as they left. All right. Is that the end of the chapter? Okay, I was gonna say that was a long black screen, bro. While Rena and I were having a discussion about the dessert we just ate, Shion arrived with some coffee. Oh. Did the two little ones leave already? Hearing them called the little ones was so strange. I inadvertently burst out laughing. Why? Apparently they were in the middle of cleaning, so they went home. Shion had brought enough coffee for 4 people. I heard from my senior, it seems that you went through a lot of trouble for my sake. It was no trouble at all. None other than Shion was in a pinch after all. Oh, is that right, if I can call you Chan? It matches with Mion, or Mi-chan, so it thought it would be cute. Well, whatever you want. Shion seemed a bit hesitant when Rena started talking to her. Rena is pretty sharp about some things, so Shion was probably worried that Rena would find out she was Mion after talking like this. Shion said she'd have work soon and hurried off back to the kitchen, leaving behind a coffee for the two of us. She was a bit upset with Rena. Maybe she thought I was being too friendly. She's just embarrassed. Still, they really do look the same. Instead of twins, it's like there's another Mion. They look the same, but the atmosphere around them, or rather, their insides are completely different. Why did you say it like that? Why the fuck did you say it like that? Okay, I think those types of twins are pretty interesting though. You think that, Keiichi? I think they're identical on the inside too. It somehow became silent. Rena was just staring at the pattern of the milkmaid on the surface of her coffee without saying a word. For someone like me who could never stop talking, it was a rather uncomfortable moment. Rena's off-put mannerism seemed to imply I said something I shouldn't have. That unpleasantness carried on for a little while. Rena, you said it today, right? That Mion was hurting? Did I say something like that? Don't play dumb with me. You definitely said it on the phone from school. On the way home from school. Rena answered by laughing while continuing to play dumb, questioning if she said that. As thick-headed as I was, I had a faint realization. Rena wanted to say that I was the one who hurt Mion, but when? Me? Hypothetically, if something like that happened, it's not something I did out of malice. I continued the conversation, but left out the assumption that I hurt Mion. Okay. Yeah, I think that's true. I don't think Keiichi had any bad intentions. Rena replied, also leaving out the assumption that I had hurt Mion, but that confirmed it. I don't know how it happened, but it seemed that I hurt Mion, and Rena was upset with me due to the fact that I didn't realize it. What the fuck happened? I don't want you to misunderstand. It's not like Rena is mad at you. Seeing right through what I was thinking, Rena said that as she smiled even more gently than usual. It's just that, how do I say this? It's hard. If I made a mistake, please say it so clearly. I'm so thick-headed, I discuss even myself. If there's something I should something I should apologize for, then I'd want to know even a little quicker so I could make up for it. I don't think that Keiichi made a mistake. Depending on how you look at it, Mion might be the one who's being unfair. Taking the stance that the girl was the one being unfair might be unfair in and of itself. When Rena said it was draped in mystery, unfortunately I had no idea what she meant. The only thing I got out of it was that I had said or done something to inadvertently hurt Mion. I'm begging you, Rena. Mion is one of my best friends. I don't want to leave something between us that could cause problems later on. No, stop. Okay. So tell me, how did I hurt her? I can't tell you. You need to realize something like that for yourself. Rena was smiling like she always did, but spoke bluntly. I can't smoke the Reggie, so pardon my bluntness. The fact that she had the strength of will surprised me for a moment. I'm asking you because I can't figure it out, you know. My tone had unintentionally became harsh. Rena was also surprised for a moment, but quickly returned to her flat demeanor. Well then, I guess just a hint is fine. This is special, okay? Sorry. Please. I'll think about this seriously. Rena looked around the restaurant searching for Shion. Shion was working enthusiastically, but without confidence as usual. Shion, if she ties her hair up, is impossible to tell apart from Mion, right? Yeah, that's true. So then, if Mion let her hair down, let down her hair, would she be impossible to tell apart from Shion? Probably. But what does that have to do with anything? What if her being the younger twin was a lie? That she was just Mion pretending to be her sister? What do you think? Rena was sharper than her daily behavior belied, whatever. I was hesitant to verbally affirming that, but it was the right answer. It might be unfair to answer a question with another question, but if, like you say, Mion is just pretending to be Shion, what purpose would that serve? For maintaining the silence for a while, Rena glanced at the clock. That's what I want you to think about. That was maybe too much of a hint. After thanking me for the dessert, Rena stood up from her seat. Sorry, I was asked to buy a few things, so it's about time I left. Is it okay with you if I tell Shion I'm sorry I didn't say goodbye? Yeah, I'll tell her. Damn, got somber as fuck right now. Sorry. Huh? Then Rena is so short-tempered. Sorry for getting angry. Keiichi isn't the only one at fault here. Rena was harsh in her apology, but I was the one who really should have apologized. I think to Mion, it's something that doesn't bother her much anymore. So if you want to forget the whole thing happened, that's fine too. But you see, as a girl, I'd hope that Keiichi realizes it by himself and comes to apologize of his own volition. Ow. Switching to cute mode, only at the end she disappeared in the direction of the register. Okay. While I was staring into space, somebody suddenly tapped me on the shoulder. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm finally done. It was Shion, who had changed into her street clothes. She flashed a smile while greeting me. Thank you so much for today. Eventually, everything was delicious. Eventually. What the fuck was I saying? Who was I going? We were all really happy about it. Oh no, don't mention it. But I'm glad everyone had fun. Huh? That girl that was just here left as well? She had some shopping to do. She said she was sorry for leaving without saying anything. I see. Well then, should we leave as well? Even though I'm off duty, I'm still nervous about around the workplace. We ended up strolling around without any destination in particular. I had been sitting the entire time, so I was in need of a breath of fresh air. Okay. When we left, the sky had already become draped in a veil of darkness. Nighttime. It's gotten dark already. Even though I promised I'd be finished early, Shion seemed upset that there wasn't much time left. Oh well, at least we've got a little time to chit chat like this. Saying that, Shion set out for the tree-lined boulevard behind the station. The front of the station was slowly becoming crowded with businessmen heading home. Well then, I guess I should start with an introduction. I was mistaken for my sister when we first met, so we never got to properly introduce ourselves. I could only smile and laugh wryly. My name is Shion Sonozaki. I'm only similar to my older sister in appearance. My sister is rough around the edges and hot-headed, but I'm a composed and methodical person. I remember when Rena and I had been talking about earlier. I said that they looked the same, but their personalities were different, while Rena said they were both the same. I don't know what tipped her off, but Rena figured out that Shion was Mion. Also related to that, she said that I hurt Mion. Okay. Rena had only given one hint. That was, why is Mion pretending to be Shion? Yeah. Shion, what did you hear about me from Mion? My sister seems to have taken a liking to you. She talks about you quite often, or quite a bit. Like about club activities, about getting pranked and pranking you back. Boyish kinds of stories. You really do get along. Boyish kind of stories, come to think of it, I think there was something Shion told me before. Keiichi, you don't think of my sister as a girl, do you? Was that what happened? That Mion hurt, that hurt Mion? Mion herself said that she wished she'd been born a boy, and that being a girl didn't suit her. She said a lot of things to that effect, didn't she? Keiichi, you look like you're having fun. Huh? No, that's not true. Even though you're bad at hiding things, you sure like to lie, don't you? Still, I don't hate you for it. Saying that, she lightly chopped my forehead. Alright. Even though Shion was enjoying herself, I was still trying to figure out how I hurt Mion. I was having a hard time figuring out the riddle that Rena had left for me. Hey, you see that? Don't you think it's pretty? You think even a guy would find it pretty? Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty, I guess. Shion was having fun window shopping, dragging me by all sorts of stores I would normally never enter. It wasn't like she was begging me to buy her anything. I wasn't getting bored either, and I wasn't getting bored either. It was just something to talk about as we walked around. In an easygoing way, we browsed through numerous stores. We discussed all sorts of topics I knew nothing about, but I didn't lose interest. I had the feeling she was good at conversation. Keiichi, is this your first time doing this kind of thing? Yeah, clearly, bro. Clearly. Yes, it is. If somebody didn't bring me into these accessory shops, I don't think I'd ever set foot in one of them my entire life. Not that. I meant more like this. What? I left back and suddenly, I left back when Shion suddenly linked her arm with mine. Hey, you don't have to act so surprised. I'm not so embarrassing to link, it's not so embarrassing to link your arms with a girl, right? Is it? Shion's expression was a little bit miffed, but suggestive at the same time. I'm not embarrassed. If you want some arms, I could spare one or two. Here. Keiichi, you really know how to entertain someone. I see why my sister took a liking to you. If you don't want my arm, I'm taking it back. Come on. I'm happy to have it. Laughing in good spirits, Shion locked her arm with mine. My heart skipped a beat. All right, bro. This question might be a bit mean, but I want to enjoy seeing your expression or reaction. Keiichi, have you ever been arm in arm with a girl before? Around a bonfire or at a field trip? Doesn't count, by the way. That little devil. She was asking that question knowing full well what the answer would be. Well, if field trips are out, this is rough. Yeah, nigga clearly ain't been with a girl, bro. That's all it is. That's all it is. You know, it's fine. Nigga's like, well, how old is Keiichi? Like 15, 16? At best, like, I think it's fine. I thought as much. That impish laugh, it really is the same as Mion's. You really are Shion, right? You're not just Mion saying that you're Shion, are you? Are you thinking that my sister might pretend to be me? I thought you were twins until just now, but that way you mess around is just like Shion. Or Mion. You're just saying that. You can't tell us apart easily. What do you mean by that? If my sister was holding her arm like this, would you get nervous? I would. It'd be completely on edge, worrying about when she would go for an arm lock. Yeah, very funny. No, I'm joking. Shion laughed as hard as she had to laughed so hard she had to hold on to her sides. Hey, is that really that funny? You're tearing up. No, it's just, I was thinking about how hopeless my sister is. She isn't even able to get a young man hot and bothered while she's arm in arm with him. All right, bro. She really is a failure as a woman. All right, bro. Okay, hold on. Damn, we're just dissing your sister like that? I remembered once again that I'd heard someone say that before. Sometimes I think my sister would have been better off if she was born a boy. If she did, I might have even fallen for her. All right, bro. Just kidding. Mion did say something about wanting to be born a boy. My sister is on the fence as to whether she wants to be a boy or a girl. Well, it's the price she pays for living an awkward lifestyle. Just leave her be. You've been saying some pretty harsh things about your sister right now. Mion has some soft parts to her that I don't like. The way that Shion talked somehow sounded cold. Shion, do you not get along with Mion? Well, we get along and well enough. Still, there's a few things for which I can't forgive her as her sister. Hey, look at that. Don't you think it's cute? Okay. I turned around and there was where Shion was pointing. What was there was a familiar display window of a toy shop. The same shop that was the stage for the incident that occurred during that last Sunday's club activities. What Shion was pointing at was a display that with a plethora of adorable dolls that looked like the sort girls would like. I wonder why girls like these kinds of things. It's because they're cute. Don't you think that they're cute, Keiichi? I'm a man, so it don't fit my vibe. I don't get the vibe. Now, which one do you think is the cutest out of all of those, Keiichi? Shion, pulling on my arm, motioned to the row of dolls. They were lined up like they were close sisters taking a commemorative photo. This game, bro. This freaking game. A few of them seemed strangely familiar. Can we get to the killing part, please? That'd be sick. I've seen those 4 over there somewhere. Oh, I guess they really are famous. If even you know about them. Holy fuck. Shion sounded impressed. Those are new dolls that were just brought in from England. England is my city. So dumb. They still have some available here, but around the cities they have trouble keeping them on the shelves. They really, I don't know, man. Even though they're supposed to be inexpensive. There we go. Holy fuck, I can't read. It seemed they're starting to come at a premium. I guess girls still like these kinds of things even as they grow up. Yeah, grow up. Grow up, ladies. Stop getting these dolls, bro. It depends on the person, but I think that girls who don't like dolls and stuffed animals are pretty few and far between. Even my tomboy of a sister said a few those were adorable. Oh, even Mion says that they're adorable. That is pretty amazing. Yeah, because she's like a guy. She's basically like one of the boys. That's right, I just remembered. The store owner gave this one to us after Sunday's event. Except for Mion, who was a relative, everybody had gotten something. I really do think that one's the best. That frilly dress really gives it something. That's it. That's the one the shop owner gave to me. So it seems. Shion replied softly but clearly. Uncle Yoshiro gave those out as thanks for helping Liven. Holy fuck. Liven things up at Sunday's event. It seems he gave them to the 4 friends of my sister brought along. So you got a doll with that dress then. What do you think? It was really cute, right? As a man, there's no way I think I think it was cute. So what did you do with that doll? I wasn't really going to do anything with it, so I gave it to someone. To who? As Shion laughed, I could hear an audible click run through her head. Like the piece of a jigsaw puzzle snapped into place. Yeah, we're going back to the past. Thank you very much for today, everyone. You made the event turn out great. It's not much, but here's something extra for today. Ah, Uncle Yoshiro. Isn't there a little something for me too? My. Quite an adorable one, is it not? When Sadako and Rika opened up the bag, there was a cute little stuffed animals inside. Yeah, I remember this. I remember this. Wow! They're so cute. Can I take them home? I really can? Which means there's something for me too? Whoa! I got a pretty adorable one. It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress. One you'd use to play house. Rena's eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Oh, you gave it to fucking Rena, if I remember correctly, yeah. And Rika-chan too? Damn. I see. It wasn't just Rena, Sadako, and Rika. There was one other person who seemed jealous. Ahaha, Keiichi got the one that fits him the least. Not wanting for her expression to give it away, she had said that to hide her embarrassment. Well, I guess it's cute and pretty. I can admit, it's adorable, but a doll with changeable clothes is If you walked around with it, then you'd be treated like a weirdo starting tomorrow, definitely. Mion's usual teasing way of talking. I looked around to see who I should give the doll to. Mion was right in front of me. Mion was the only person who hadn't received the present, so I thought about giving it to her, but I didn't. Yeah, I remember all this. I don't know why we're getting this flashback midway through. Hey, bro, I mean, wouldn't it be better to get her one that's like you paid for? I feel like one that you paid for is way better than just getting it a gift and giving it to somebody else. I feel. I don't know. But I don't know. Whatever. Huh? You're giving it to me? To Rena? Thank you. Turning away from Mion's covetous gaze, I gave the doll to Rena. Mion's smile bore into my back. There was no way I couldn't have noticed. Why did I not give it to Mion? Since Mion was the only one who didn't get anything, wouldn't it have just been standard practice to give it to her? At that time, I had noticed that something was wrong. That's why I didn't say it. Just protecting myself. If I didn't give it to Rena, then walking the streets at night would be scary. Ahaha, no doubt. I thought about giving it to Mion, but it just didn't feel right. Something dark flickered briefly in Mion's eyes, but at the same time, I didn't notice it. How the fuck did you fucking notice it? Like, how'd you pick up on it but not notice? Okay. But at the same time, I didn't notice it. Yeah, it's okay. I thought to give it to Mion, but why didn't I? You know it. I sometimes wonder why I wasn't born a boy. Mion herself had said that with a laugh, so I didn't realize that I had heard her. That's right. Mion is more suited for cool things. So I think having you help out here was the right choice. Huh? Shion asked, probably thinking she misheard me. We're getting this crazy ass fucking flashback right now. That uniform, it would never suit someone like Mion. But if it's Shion, I think it works. Huh? You mean that? Shion, like Rena often says, spaced out and turned bright red. Mion seemed really happy. She seemed really happy that I complimented Shion. Saying that it didn't suit Mion, but that it suited Shion. Saying that it suited her seemed to make her happy. Okay. Mion's younger sister? She's got a different personalities, but she's a dead ringer for Mion. That's right. We look we look similar, but our personalities are completely different. But Shion was I'm very kind and thoughtful, but Shion is a very cold and scary person. I think that when you guys were born, Shion got all the feminine aspects. Unlike Mion, she's a cute and cheerful girl. Yeah, you did indeed diss the fuck out of her like crazy, bro. We're getting this. Okay, Mion made a strange face that was both angry and happy at the same time. It seemed that she was happy that I said Mion was cute. Sneaking a look in the box, it says to say that she just put something in the leftovers instead would have been a lie. There was an elegant meal stuffed inside. Is this really okay? There's not a ton of hot sauce mixed in or anything, right? Jeez. I'm not my sister, you know. I wouldn't do that kind of thing. All right, bro. Like I'm getting it. Okay. If you don't like it, you don't have to force yourself. I'll just go home and eat it myself. I'm not my sister. That was how she said it. Shion was insistent that Mion wasn't Shion, or that Shion was insistent that she wasn't Mion. There we go. She was saying that she was Shion and that I wouldn't think of her as Mion. When Mion was Shion, it carried a special meaning. Mion is mysterious, right? She's a girl, but it's like she's a guy. That's what Rena said. But you see, even that Mion is actually very feminine. Oh yeah, that's when she probably got the call, huh? That night. That's probably why they had this cold conversation. Rena, how much did Mion pay you exactly? Oh no, that's not true. Jeez, I'm trying to have a serious conversation, you know. Rena began to pout now. Probably wasn't the right time to joke around. Mion is a club president, so she's trying to lead everybody. But she's really a very cute girl. I really don't want you to forget that, Keiichi. There never was a riddle to begin with. Rena was saying the answer right from the beginning. So then I don't know what's going on anymore. Yeah, I know Keiichi didn't mean anything wrong. At least he didn't intend to. Yeah, Keiichi isn't the type of person to hurt others. So there's no reason for you to feel bad, feel hurt for this, Mion. Then what was it? Frustration? Sadness? I don't know at all. Then we're really getting heavy right now, I guess. Did you want it? The doll, I mean. Even if you gave it to me, Rena, that wouldn't solve anything. You're right. How about this, Mion? Try asking Keiichi. You might be able to solve the problem if you tackle it head on. There's no way I could do that. Is it too embarrassing to do that now? I want to try again, as somebody other than Mion. This time I can be more honest with myself. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty fond of the relationship I have with Keiichi. This might be selfish, but one more time. Keiichi will definitely notice. I wonder if that's true. Rena will cheer you on, so let's find a way for you to ease your sadness. Believe me, I won't let anything happen that'll make you cry, Mion. I believe. I'll believe. Keiichi will definitely come to understand. He'll say he's sorry for saying something so callous. Then he'll bring you to that store and buy you that doll as a present. Yeah. And then, Mion, you'll say thank you. You can't fool around. Say it earnestly or honestly. Yeah. Damn. If I said I wanted it, Keiichi, would you buy it for me? Mion said it quietly, doing her best to quell her embarrassment. I should have reflexively began to lightly tease her to hide my embarrassment. But like Mion, I quelled that impulse. Okay, Mion. As thanks for everything until today, I'll buy you whichever one you want. My voice cracked with the unfamiliar words. All right. In order to not lose to Mion trying her best, I tried my best as well. But I'm not Mion, I'm Shion. Shion, then I'll buy it for you, Shion. Shion looked down, red-faced. She pointed at the doll at the dress through the store window. Is it really okay? The one in the dress is a little expensive, isn't it? This isn't a matter of price. This is a matter of feelings. When I was saved by Keiichi from those unsavory customers today, I was really happy. Even though my coworkers didn't save me, Keiichi did. You grabbed me by the shoulder really firmly, right? Alright, bro. Right then, you were really cool. Even then, I was embarrassed, so I couldn't properly express my gratitude. I clamped my hand down on Shion's head and ruffled her hair roughly. Ruffled. Like how I would to Rena and the others. When I did that, Shion and like Rena would have spaced out and blushed slightly. You don't have to think too hard about it. I should have given it to you back then. If I did, then everybody would have had a good laugh. Shion didn't respond. She turned bright red like she was trying to hold back both laughter and tears. Oh. I'll go buy it for you right now. Right here. I'll go with you. Saying that, she grabbed onto my arm once again. She wasn't trying to be stoic anymore. I think I know why my sister likes you. Hey, is it alright if I start to like you a bit too, Keiichi? The unfamiliar situation made my head start to spin. Whoa, what am I doing? What am I doing? I had reached my limit. Smiling, wily or rearly, I don't know how to pronounce that word exactly. I don't care. To hide my embarrassment, I dragged Shion into the store with me. Yo, it's this goofy background again. Yo, that's no Toy Story background. Excuse me, I want to buy the doll and the dress that's in the window. For a moment, I heard a voice of acknowledgement, and an apron-clad employee soon appeared. Yeah, actually, I knew it was a different person. I called it from the beginning. I 100% knew that Mion and Shion were different people, bro. I called it. I knew it. I knew it from the very beginning that it was a different person. Different in person entirely, bro. Keiichi, why are you here? And why are you here? This has nothing to do with you. I'm on a date with Keiichi right now. Huh? What? I fucking knew it, boys. I fucking knew it. Sheesh. I freaking knew it, boys. I freaking knew it, boys. I gotta get the screenshot for the thumbnail, bro. I knew it. I mean, this isn't gonna be the thumbnail, but I mean, I just want to have it, you know. Proof. Why is Keiichi? If you ask why, I'd like to know the answer myself. Mion looked at me with an expression of confusion and surprise, but that was the same with me. If she was there, then who was that to be? Whoa! So goofy. I said it right at the beginning. I'm Shion Sonozaki, my sister's younger twin. Keiichi, you even called me Shion, didn't you? Shion saying that pouted cutely. What is going on? Tell me, Shion. Not much. I was wondering what kind of person this Keiichi you were so infatuated with was. So I happened to give him a ticket to the dessert festa. Then I was being bothered by all sorts of troublesome customers. Keiichi gallantly appeared and saved me by kicking them all to the curb or something like that. What? Hit the fucking Steve Austin. What? Both Mion and I raised our voices pathetically, expressing our confusion at the utmost. Mion, you phoned me yesterday, right? I didn't. I have no idea what you're talking about. I delivered that bento for you, didn't I, Keiichi? That was me, right? Or was it my sister? That person known as Mion Sonozaki put together a bento and bravely went to a boy's home to deliver it, maybe? Oh, you're a lot bolder than you look, sis. With a loud pop, a trail of smoke began to rise from Mion's head. No, I don't know. I don't know. See, Keiichi? My sister says she doesn't know. So everything up until yesterday was me, Shion Sonozaki. You might have thought it was my sister pretending to be me, but with this, there's no doubt, right? I could tell I could tell up from down. I couldn't tell up from down at this moment. Yeah, I can't even talk properly anymore now. If there was a mirror around, I could have seen my wide eyes from the shock. My eyes go wide from the shock. Now, little Miss Shopkeeper, could you wrap up that doll in the window? It's the first present from the person I've come to love, so make sure you tie it up nicely with a ribbon. Mion, completely flustered, was being cornered by a sly-faced Shion. My brain had stopped working. Wait, what? Huh? Kei-chan, what is going on? Well, let's go. Keiichi, it's already dark out, so I'll see you home. Sis, sorry, but could you phone the house in Okinomiya and have them send out a car? Maybe a van that would fit a bike into it, please? In contrast to Shion, who had glee written all over her face, Mion was an empty shell and looked like she could burst into tears at any moment. Keiichi. After that, Mion grumbles were unrelenting. I fucking knew she was. I knew it, bro. I freaking knew it. I knew it entirely. It wasn't the same person, bro. I knew it, bro. I freaking knew it, man. I knew it. Saving that right there. We're gonna save it again just in case. Wow. All right. Interesting. I knew it was a different person the entire time, but yeah, we're gonna wrap this one up. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. We're gonna wrap this one up. Good twist. No, I wouldn't say a twist. I already knew it, but good like leading the twist, bro, to keep it going, you know. But all right.